Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Urban Update. I'm Byron Barnett. On the show this morning, Mayor Walsh launches a plan to make Boston a nationally recognized Mecca for the arts. Also on the show, former New Edition member and musical mogul Michael Bivins stops by for a rare chat. And to finish things off, a performance by Mike's new group, the Beano Boys Crew. But up first, research shows that hunger impairs children's ability to learn, and that by providing breakfast to students at school improves student concentration, alertness, comprehension, memory, and learning. The Child Nutrition Outreach Program at Project Bread works with the Massachusetts Department of Elementary and Secondary Education in supporting school nutrition in a number of ways, and in one of them is by holding an annual school breakfast video contest. High school students were asked to submit a 30-second video that encouraged their peers to eat a healthy school breakfast. To tell us more about the annual contest and the National School Breakfast Program is Child Nutrition Outreach Program Director Ashley Krebs. Also with us this morning, video contest winners from Andover High, Fiona Jungmann and Peter Meltsakos. Welcome to Urban Update. Thanks for coming in this morning. Ashley, if I could start to you, talk to me about, I guess, the goals behind running this video contest.
Sure. So as a team, we're always looking at ways to increase participation in the school breakfast program. And one audience that's more challenging to captivate is teens. And so we wanted to create a contest that went to them in a very relatable way using technology. And over the years, we've been really pleased with how the quality of the videos have just gone up each year. So we now use a video not only as a way to engage the teens in the schools, but also to come with a great outreach video at the end we can use to promote the program statewide at other districts as well.
Okay. Now, Peter, talk to me about how you guys came up with the idea, your idea for your video in the contest.
Well, we were presented basically the subject of the video. We have to make a video that promotes eating a healthy breakfast, and basically that appeals to us high schoolers and to other schools. So our team, we all gathered around and brainstormed ideas and just thought how we feel certain things should be done. And we really just all came together and listed on a big piece of paper just as much as things and ideas we had. And the one thing that we went by is we encouraged the craziest ideas. So anything to build creativity, we're just putting down. Big brainstorm. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Well, we're going to see that video in a minute. Fiona, if I could ask you about, I know you learned a lot about video production, I would imagine, putting this together, but what did you learn about eating breakfast and the importance of eating breakfast that maybe you didn't know before?
Well, what I thought was really interesting was that I knew myself, I always have to eat breakfast before school. I'm not one of those people who can just roll out of bed and go to school and be able to focus, but I thought it was interesting that it was scientifically proven that people who eat breakfast before going to school do better on tests.
Okay, all right. Ashley, now talk to me about the successes you've seen with this school breakfast program. For example, has Massachusetts seen a growth in the number of kids eating breakfast every day? Because this program has been going on for several years now. Yeah,
well, there definitely is room for our state to improve. There's a lot of wonderful state partners, our team included, that are working on this. We've seen over a 7% growth just this past school year in participation in the program. We've seen policy changes and a lot of state support from the Department of Ed really showing and representing to districts the importance of having a breakfast program, and one that's made part of the school day.
What kinds of, when you talk about policy changes, how has this sort of changed the thinking where these policy changes have come into play?
So one recent one was the Commissioner of Education, Commissioner Chester, released a memo around time on learning, explaining that breakfast can be incorporated into the school day and not detract from time on learning, which was a huge barrier for superintendents and people in the education world, with education being at the forefront. So really connecting. People
were thinking that kids are eating breakfast, eating food, they're not learning or wasting time or something?
Correct. It was taking away from the classroom time, when really breakfast can be a great time where you can even incorporate instruction into that. Kids could be eating and learning at the same time, and it's setting them up for a successful day.
Okay, why don't we pause now to take a look at your video. It's a 30-second video, and we'll talk to the producers on the other side. Let's roll it.
healthy breakfast score higher in math tests than those who don't. Don't let a bad breakfast get in the way of your learning.
Producers, what do you think? What do you say? That was pretty wild. A pretty wild 30 seconds there. What were you trying to convey there?
Well,
Either one?
One thing we wanted to emphasize in this video was the importance of a healthy breakfast, not just any breakfast. So that's where we came up with the idea of the donut, which wouldn't be an example of a healthy breakfast. We had it sort of haunting him through his day at school, and only to be saved by the healthy breakfast.
Now you guys had a team working on this, right? Do you want to give your team members a quick little shout out there?
Yes, of course. We had a large team of kids. We all were working and producing on it. So we would like to thank Dean, Keegan, Mohib, Tim, and am I forgetting anyone?
Yeah, we had
Joey. We had a very
we had
we had a lot of most of them are now in college.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
What talk to me about some of the challenges in trying to get an idea across. I mean, in 30 seconds, which I'm sure you found out is pretty hard to do. You're trying to have a message.
We had about half an hour of footage.
Yeah, we had a lot of footage, including all the B-roll that we took and all the different takes. And we had to cut that all down to 30 seconds.
We had so many things we wanted to put in the video, different ideas and just clips, but we couldn't. We had to put one message in 30 seconds. So,
What was your favorite part of this whole process?
basically, editing it and filming it. It was people just don't understand. Okay, yes, you take the video, but then once you see it and you edit it, you're like, wow, this is like really good. Like, how did this, And learning those skills to do it was my favorite part.
Yeah, I personally did the software.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Ashley, talk to me about some of the challenges and some of the barriers school districts face in trying to provide breakfast for kids.
Sure. I think one is awareness. Do they know that their program has, their school has a program to begin with? Access. Some schools don't have a school breakfast program. And if they do, it's often before the start of the school day. So things like late busing, stigma, maybe parents, having to drop off at a later time can be some challenges.
Now, I understand that this is going to be the final year of the school breakfast video contest. Is there going to be a contest of some sort, something to replace this?
Absolutely. We felt like with it being in its 5th year, we wanted to revitalize it, add a little energy. So we're looking at different social media channels, but we're still going to run a contest. And on our website, which is mealsforkids.org, there'll be more information coming soon.
Okay. Now, some of your classmates who've made this video and are graduated and are now at college. I guess, what do you think about that? Some of them are studying video production and multimedia production. Did this experience sort of whet your appetite for video production at all? Or what do you think you might like to do when you go off to college?
Right. It did definitely, everyone has a camera or some technology at their house. Sometimes maybe they don't even know how to use it, but this really it got us to love technology and learn a lot of skills that we didn't know, and it's a hobby for me now. So.
What about you, Fiona?
I'm actually looking at art colleges, and I want to major or minor in film.
Okay.
So yeah, it got me really excited about the process.
All right. Well, you guys are off to a good start. There was a great video produced as well. Fiona and Peter, thank you for coming in. Ashley, Krebs as well. And don't forget to eat your breakfast. All right. Mayor Walsh, when we come back, launches a new vision for the arts and culture here in Boston. All the details coming right up.